Angeles Angels going up against the Chicago White Sox. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
And now,
opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this.
White Sox.
Just about set to go now. And our starting pitcher here today, Bryce Wilson. What do we have on him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Ready to go now? So in now for the Angels, Luis Rengifo. And that's way high, and it's 2-1.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games, so I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
That's out to center field. Doby hauls it in for the out. One down. Here's the opening day lineup for the Angels. Chris, they're looking to reverse course this year after some disappointing seasons.
No doubt, Boog. They haven't had a winning season since 2015, even with some otherworldly talent on the roster over the years. The AL West has some strong teams. We'll see if the Angels can move in the right direction in 2025.
One down, base is empty. Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now batting, Mike Trout. 2 outs. In for a strike, and the count's even at 2. That one missing inside. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Angels held in check. Now it's the White Sox turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And on the mound today, Yusei Kikuchi.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's the veteran shortstop,
Leading
Luis
up for the White Sox, the shortstop,
nobody on in front of him. You know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Base hit, center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Tim Raines. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To first, maybe a 2 ball. Neto for 1, and that's 2.
Batting
For
third,
me, that's one of the
first
toughest
baseman,
double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So up next, Frank Thomas. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Inside, 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Can't glove it cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Troy Gloss. Fought off foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
The next offering misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Chris, behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And next for the Angels, Don Baylor. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Got it! Nice grab. And there are 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
To tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Second inning here, no score. In the air, left field. Raines hauls it in to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Larry Doby. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The wind of the pitch. Liner, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now it's the right fielder, Harold Baines. Next offering is down low. way out front for strike two.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Nobody out, runner at first.
The count's full.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
In the air out to center, and that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Hitting is really easy for some guys.
Batting
One thing that I can see
the
already,
second
his
baseman,
bat
Bobby.
stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
First and second, no outs here on opening day. Hit hard, should be extra bases. Coming home, he will score and they take the lead. Headed for the plate, relay throw, he's in there. And they take a two-run lead.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next is the designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn. Line drive, caught. Throw to second, and they got him. Double play.
Batting eight, the catcher, Corey Lee.
Here's Corey Lee. Bases empty, two away, but 2 runs are in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. To third, and it stays fair.
Well, that certainly feels good when you
Batting
can win
ninth,
the at-bat
the third
after
baseman.
being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Next offering way off the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Lee off of first with 2 away. Goes down looking. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. Top half of the
Leading off
third
for the
inning. Here's the
Angels,
catcher, Logan
number
O'Hoppe.
17, Logan O'Hoppe.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right
Batting
there.
out, the center fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
And next for L.A., Taylor Ward. One down, base is empty. And now 1 and 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. So in now for the Angels, Zach Neto. Into center and a base hit. And that extends the inning. Wow.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball.
The
That is
batter,
a scary one.
second baseman,
Watch your lips.
Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, he's got a cannon of an arm back there behind the dish. A good, accurate throw is just as important in controlling the running game. So maybe rushed his throw a little bit right there. Didn't finish it off. It was high, and I think that's what allowed the base runner to make it safely.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a ground ball to first, and that will end the inning. Angels leave 1, and they're down 2-0. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in is the speedy Luis Aparicio. Luis Aparicio was a trendsetter in one major way. He was the first Venezuelan player inducted into the Hall of Fame. Next offering is in for a strike.
Little Louis may have been the first player from Venezuela to make it to the Hall, but there'll be plenty more behind him.
And now the count is even. Another interesting fact about Aparicio, in his entire 18 years in the big leagues, he never played a single inning at any position other than shortstop. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the catch for the out.
The left fielder, number 30, Tim.
So up next for Chicago, Tim Raines. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And a bunt towards third. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
And now the first baseman, Frank Thomas. Line drive, base hit. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. He's safe. And they lead by 3.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Stepping in, Larry Doby. Swing and a miss as he was late. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Popped in the air, left field. Snags it for the second out.
The right fielder, number 3, Harold Baines.
Harold Baines digs in now. Thomas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. Next offering upstairs. Two outs. And that's a little bit high. Counts full, 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Tap back to the mound. Handles, throws to first. That's the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at right field, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Nolan Schanuel. Hard hit left side. Aparicio fires over to first. One up, one down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Trout. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
One gone runner at first. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Troy Gloss. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one drilled left field. Reigns makes the grab for the second out.
The left fielder, number 25, Don Baylor.
Now the left fielder, Don Baylor. Two outs. On the ground to the left. Foul. And it goes just foul. That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So 1 hit is all they get. And midway in the 4th, it's the White Sox 3 and the Angels nothing. Here on the south side, now Lenny Sosa.
Second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Strike 2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate. And I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
The 1-1. In the air, right field. Trout makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher Corey
2
Lee.
down, bases empty. Now a chance for Corey Lee. 2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day.
Ball, that's too high.
And that misses. And the count is 3-1.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper at the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no one there to knock it down.
Man at first. Here's Josh Rojas. That one missed. Lee, the runner at first with two gone. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Ward sizes this one up. Nabs it. And that is that. So one left for the White Sox, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
The designated hitter, Chili Davis.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
The catcher, number 17, Logan O'Hoppe.
Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels. Ground ball right side and foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. But what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And that's a little bit high. And a count 2-1. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
The 1-1.
That's ball 2.
Slides, but it gets by him. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. So the lineup flips over. And next for the Angels, Luis Rengifo. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's his 9th strikeout so far. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the White Sox 3 and the Angels nothing. Back here on the south side, now it's the shortstop, Luis Aparicio. And the next pitch is way outside. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Number 57 up and throwing. Kraus, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That's in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one hit to right. Trout makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Tim.
And here is Tim Raines. That one outside, and that's ball 2.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
One down, base is empty. Raines tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting,
stepping in the long ball threat, Frank Thomas. Just missed.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Larry Doby in the on-deck circle for the White Sox. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Down in order go the White Sox. But they lead at 3-0.
Now pitching for the
We're
White
back,
Sox.
and they make a change to start
Number
the 6th.
64.
The new pitcher, number 64, on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands, and it's a bigger stadium. But the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher. Whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one. You know, these Angels putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count off, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen. And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at-bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Zips it across. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
The third baseman, Troy.
And next for L.A., Troy Gloss. The 1-1. Foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they go quietly there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the White Sox 3 and the Angels nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now for the
Angels.
bottom of the sixth, and there's
Number
a new pitcher on the
57.
mound. Number 57.
Garrett
And this is the best way to make your
McDaniel.
major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without
Leading
any
up
added
for the
pressure
White Sox,
with traffic
the
on the
center
bases.
fielder, Larry.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Larry Doby. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Outside.
Nope, outside.
And the count is even, 2-2. Doby checks his swing, appeal to third, and he went around. That's ruled a swing.
The right fielder, number
And now
3,
the right fielder, Harold Baines.
Baines.
Late on that fastball.
So far, all we've seen in this
One
at-bat are
ball, 2
fastballs.
strikes.
Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
One down, base is empty. That's off the mark. The count now 2-2. Action in the pen down there. Jose Suarez getting loose out there. That one misses. 3-2 now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one ripped back there. And that one is off the wall. Around second now, going for 3. The relay, and he's out.
Got him.
Absolutely perfect
Down bat,
execution of the
second
relay
baseman,
right there to cut it
Lee.
down at third. He probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa. Misses outside, and the count is 3-1. Foul ball there. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Gone. His first homer of the year. It's 4-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
Andrew Vaughn now. Up and in, 2-2. Two outs. That one misses. Full count now. struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Top of inning number 7. Here's the left fielder, Don Baylor. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Now a high fly ball out to left center. And there's one away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Chili Davis.
At the plate, Chili Davis. They say you win.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball evens the count. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tyler Gilbert up and loosening in the pen. Boozer warming up as well. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a
Now
slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And the Angels are gone in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game
for the
summary.
White Sox, the catcher, Corey Lee.
Next
Ball
offering
2.
is downstairs.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
The third
Digging
baseman,
in,
number 5.
Josh Rojas. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. The 1-1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he
The
able
batter,
to
number
quickly
11.
react? And when
Shortstop,
you have good
Louis.
feet, you've got soft hands.
How about
And
Lucio?
soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
2 down, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always
The left
easy
fielder,
seeing the
number
ball off the
30,
bat.
Tim
Something to improve.
Rain.
And up next for Chicago, Tim Raines. First offering, runner goes, swing and a miss, and that's a stolen base, not even close. cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. The White Sox leave one, but they lead it 4-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Tyler Gilbert.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now the center fielder, Taylor Ward.
The center fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
Next one misses, and the count 2-1. Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone, and the count's full. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Neto.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Zach Neto. In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Justin Anderson appears to be getting loose.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Reigns makes the ground. One away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
So in now for the Angels, Luis Rengifo. And that one fouled off. Man at first, one away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And next for the Angels, Nolan Schanuel. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. To the right side, and that chance handled. On the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Angels strand one. They're down 4-0.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
Angels.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jose Suarez.
Jose Suarez.
And here's the first baseman, Frank Thomas.
The first baseman.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
The 3-1. There's the strike at the knees.
Count's full.
Struck him out swinging. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Larry Doby steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Larry
One out, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And there's a ball.
Now. Ring two.
That one the other way. That's a hit. Now it's the right fielder, Harold Baines. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Doby off of first with 2 away. This to third. They take the force out. That is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Through 8 full. White Sox 4 and the Angels nothing. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Anderson.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Anderson.
Here's Mike
Leading
Trout.
off for the Angels, the right fielder, Mike Trout.
Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen, Jared Schuster. The young lefty looks to be getting himself ready. Varland getting loose as well. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
So digging in, Troy Gloss. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Next offering is fouled back. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one back. And that is gone. He'll circle the bases. His first homer of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 4-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One out, base is empty. Next to hit, Don Baylor. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground right side. Throw over to
He's
Thomas. And they're down to their last out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're
Now
routine,
batting,
but that doesn't
the
mean it's always going to
designated
be
hitter,
smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Justin Anderson departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the White
Penn
Sox,
Murphy on to try and close it out.
Number 63.
A chance at his first save of the
Penn
year.
Murphy.
So it's their last chance in this one. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Chili Davis. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One strike away.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
That's tremendous fight from him, and
The
I know
catcher,
it's got
number
the dugout
17,
fired up
Logan.
down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
And here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Stays alive. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.